What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. This is the final karting race, unfortunately, that I did about a month and a half ago now. So in this one, you're going to see two POVs, as you can see right now. One from a GoPro shot by myself, and one was from Michael, who I lent my GoPro to him as well. So hopefully, with multiple POVs, you'll be able to get a better understanding of how this session will unfold, and you'll potentially see the pair of us battling and trying to get through the field, because we are kind of towards the back. So throughout the entirety of the day, I was always like started towards the back, and although you may see it as a bad thing, it's actually quite good because you get to see a lot of overtakes over the course of the session. So top right hand corner, you can see Michael, and I am on the middle. So he's got like a chest cam kind of mount there, and I've gone for the conventional above the helmet shot there. So you get two different kinds of camera angles and different perspectives of just driving a go-kart. So with Michael's POV, you'll get a better sense of the speed, but you won't see quite as much. But this is Michael. He let me through on the very first lap, and now he's already overtaking me. So you can see he's quite clearly a beast when it comes to any form of racing. He gets me up the inside there, and like I said in the previous videos, I was always a bit average through that first corner, and didn't get the best run through there. So on to lap 3 now, and this looks like it's a very tasty battle. Michael actually made contact with the tire bundles there, which is pretty interesting. When you race with people, you'll quite often find that they don't really look around and they don't check their, well, there's no mirrors, but they'll quite often squeeze you off, which is the case. Michael absolutely smashing through the field at the moment. The order is really quite compressed. I don't know if the people at Kingston Park actually put the slower people towards the front and the faster guys towards the back to make it more of a race. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. We're on the back of Kane now, who Michael overtook about a lap and a half ago, so that's kind of how far behind I am in terms of progress. I think on track, I might be about 5 seconds behind Michael at this stage, but Kane in front of me, one of my subscribers who did show up over the course of the day, he's just doing enough to stay in front of me at the moment, just quick enough at the right moments and kind of placing his cart in the right areas. But we sacrificed the second to last corner to get a nice run out of the final corner. We saw past him on the straight, not really sawing past him. This isn't really F1. There's no DRS, no curves, none of that. It's all racing. But I don't know how that kart has ended up in the infield there. Must have got taken out. There's tire bundles everywhere. There's even one kind of on its side, so some serious crap must have went down. And I think this might be a replay here of Michael. He was kind of in amongst that big train of cars, so we might see who caused it or what happened. But there's about 3 or 4 cars in front of him, one off to the right. There's a bit of contact, and I think the kart on the right was the one that spun out to the infield. But it's hard to tell what happens because you can't really see that well with the wheel in the way. We carry on now to lap 5, I believe it is. Michael is in really heavy traffic, 3 or 4 karts, and I've actually caught up and actually passed a couple of people. Now I'm up his inside, so we went side by side, and I made a little bit of contact there. I throwed up the hand just to say, sorry about that, didn't really mean to touch you there, pal. But we follow him through the final corner, and it's going to be interesting to see who can get through the traffic the best here, because if you get caught behind a slower car, you can lose so much time.
At this moment,
Ben
knew he fucked up.
No! No! I went to the left-hand side just to find some extra space. But I soon realized, as soon as I went to the left-hand side, that I followed the slower car and got overtaken by Kane in the process. Or I think it might have actually been Jed. Yeah, it was Jed who got up my inside. So, man, that sucks. Jed's actually got caught up with Michael there. Gave him a little bit of a touch. And, well, they carry on without losing too much time there. But, yeah, just... I should have just followed Michael through the inside. I don't know why I didn't do that. But now we've got to still negotiate all the traffic here. Jed shoves someone out wide and hangs him out to dry, and that gives me the perfect opportunity to go up his inside there and move into what I think might be effectively P4. Not entirely sure, but this race has been so fun up until this stage. Michael has actually got a drive-through penalty now, and I believe they finally caught him out for what happened with that kart that spun onto the inside of the track. I think they might have thought it was Michael's fault. Not entirely sure. But the black flag was actually being pointed at Jed as well. So, not too sure what the whole deal is there.
Sorry. I just had nowhere to go, my apologies. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, man, that's right. You know, it was that.
Oh, yeah, no, like he came across and I should have braked and just backed out of it. So
that was the call on the marshal. So
no, that's all right.
Got to
That's all
come
right.
in, just watch that. You know, got to remember it's all lap times, not position. So give yourself a bit of room. Got plenty of room now. So let you back out, man. Go for it.
Thank you.
No worries.
So it was pretty interesting to listen to that. I thought I'd include that in the video. Yeah, so the marshal did point out that it was Michael that might have potentially caused an incident. I'm not too sure, but Jed got a black flag as well, so he came in on the following lap. So now the track is pretty much opened up for me now. Once I get past these two guys, we might be at the head of the queue and might on track theoretically win, even though we haven't set the fastest time. I will say that I only got the third best time in this session, but yeah, we'll carry on. We're on kart number 12 here. He's looking to his left-hand side. Little does he know, we're sniping him up the inside into turn 1, and there we go. We have such a clear track ahead of us that we are now catching up to the slowest of the slow guys who are a lap down, essentially. So should be pretty easy to get around these guys, hopefully. We just need to wait for them to make a mistake, wait for them to go into a corner too quick, just do the under and over on them. It's really easy on this track to wait for them to just go in too deep, take a wide line in, and slow in, fast out, and that's usually the best way to overtake on this track I've found so far. And there we go, done. He just went in too quick, left the inside, and there we go, that's a free position for us. This is Michael now. He's rejoined in a bit of clear track, so he didn't have too much action on his end for the rest of this session, but I think this is the last car that we're possibly going to overtake in this session. It's only a 10-minute session, but there's been so much action, so much overtaking. It's absolutely mental what you can get out of a 10-minute session on a track like this. It's absolutely mental. But we're setting him up, kart number 13, through the final corner. Try and set up a nice exit and stay in that slipstream. Doesn't really look like I'm making too much progress, so looks like he's got some decent straight line speed, probably a little bit lighter than what I am. It does make a big difference, but we get up the inside into turn 1. I probably went in a little bit too hot there, really trying to outbrake him there, which we managed to do so, and I think we might just hold on to that track position there. So in terms of our race, that was pretty much it. We had 1 or 2 laps after that in you know, clear track, and now the session is over. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for watching all of these go-karting videos. It is really, really fun to go out, record these, potentially meet subscribers as well, and just have a lot of fun karting, because I don't really do this all too often. When I do go karting, it's like once a year, maybe once every 2 years, so I'd love to do this much more often, and hopefully maybe do like a much bigger meet and greet, or maybe even make an entire event out of it, or something like that, where we could get lots of people involved and have just one huge race. That'd be absolutely mental, because even the races that we had in these videos, there was only like 8 to 10 or 11, 12 people in these sessions. When you add 15 or more people, it just adds to the carnage and just the overall racing and all that. So very much looking forward to go-karting again. I will announce on Twitter, or I might make a dedicated video announcing when I go-karting next, so stay tuned for that on the channel. Subscribe if you're new, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and until the next one, guys, I'll see you next time.